Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and I got my hook in my hand, so that means today is going to be a little bit dangerous. I've been told that we need to be more entertaining, maybe more bubbly, more happy, more all of this. So today let's get this. We'll probably make this really cool thumbnail of like me like having like my head falling off and like Sub-Zero ripping my spine out, and it's going to say what happened. No, we won't do that. Will I get bit? No, I'm not going to get bit. And here's how you know. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. You ready? Whenever you watch any video, whether it's ours or somebody else's who work with venomous reptiles, and it says, will I get bit on the thumbnail? The answer is always no. It always is no. Because if they do get bit, or if I get bit, my whole video changes. I'm not going to say, hey, Kurt, that's awesome. Keep recording this. I'm like, holy fucking shit, Kurt! Put that down. Let's get this thing back. I get to the hospital. Let's go. Let's go. Chop, chop. You're driving. That's what's going to happen. There will be a video that will come out. It would be about the bite and the recovery and what happened and all of that, but it's not going to be titled, will I get bit? What's going to happen? Close call. Almost killed by a venomous snake, yet I'm making the video, so guess what? So just a little tidbit, that's how you can recognize some clickbait, because we are going to use more clickbait, because here's the thing, for all you people who complain, that's clickbait. Yeah, we've got those complaints, and we don't even do it that much. Guess what? I want you to do a comparison and look at a bunch of clickbait videos and look at a bunch of videos that don't have clickbait and see which ones get watched more. So if you don't really like clickbait, here's an idea. Blow your mind. Ready? If you don't like clickbait, stop fucking clicking on it and click on the crap that ain't clickbait. Try that. And if enough of you do that, then clickbait will go away. Amazing. You guys have the power and control. So on that side note, we're going to do something where I don't get bit. I don't really have any danger stuff. I'm not going to have a close call, and we're going to safely move a Gaboon Viper who needs a soak. Now, I've already taken off all my safety locks and precautions. No problem right there. Pop that open. Pop this open. One thing you may see, if you look, it is a little dry in here. I have been gone for several days. That's why we're going to do a bath and moisten this tub up. And then we're going to take it out on Patreon. If you look really close to right there, Kurt, I don't know how well you can show that, its eye is starting to turn colors. That means this particular Gaboon Viper is in shed. And if you look over here, we can show you. I'm going to close out so you have a little safe spot. Over here, our banded rock just shed. Look at that banded rock. Over there, fresh banded rock skin right there. How cool, you're growing, I'm so proud of you. All right, but back onto the Gaboon Viper. We're going to take it out, maybe help it shed a little bit. Now, this isn't going to help it shed today, but you do need them to have their moisture up, and a good soak every now and then will definitely help with the humidity. Since I've been gone, that means it's not getting sprayed as much as it normally would. One thing about these, they don't tend to crawl through the hook like most snakes do. Most snakes, you get them started, they tend to run through the hook for you. Not a Gabby. Gabbies, you just kind of go for it. Oh, not where I want to be. Also, their weight distribution tends to change on how close they are to needing to poop. So, like, sometimes it's a mess getting one on a hook. You almost got to get it balanced. And she needs to poop, as you can see. This will also help that. So into the water she goes, just like that. Now, she can easily keep her head up, not a problem. The water is just slightly warmer than my hand, about human body temp. And that's a little warm for them, right? You're thinking human body temp, we're in a 98.6. Yeah, but by the time I put it in the bucket, which is going to cool it down, I get the snake into it, water temperature is dropping. You don't want it to warm their body up, but you don't want it to shockingly cool their body. So you want it to be about in that range. We're going to set a timer for about 10 minutes. Give that thing about a 10-minute soak. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch all that. We're going to talk about a few of the things while we do that, and then like I say, I'm going to take it out on another channel. Because why? They need to see some cool stuff too. Boom. So 10 minutes, that's how long we're going to soak that. A timer, just make sure I don't forget about it. Because what will happen, and you're like, I'd never forget about my snake. Horseshit. I've done it. That's how I learned to set a timer. I forgot a ball python I was soaking once. I soaked it for about 3.5 hours. It all worked out okay. I was actually in town 20 minutes away and went, oh my God, I had to turn around and drive home. So set a timer, right? Why? Because that's 10 minutes. I'm not going to sit there and watch that bucket for 10 minutes. I'm not going to do it. Which means I'm going to start doing other things, like getting the skin out of this banded rock rattlesnake here in a second. And when I'm doing those other things, I tend to forget time, and it's easy to forget a snake making no noise in a bucket. So set a timer. Pro tip, set a timer. If you don't want to set a timer, set that bucket in front of the door. Do something so you have to go, oh shit, giving a snake a bath. All right, Kurt, I'm going to bring this over to the table. Sorry, I realized this was a little bit of a short video, so I wanted to add a little more to it. And I kind of did that without thinking. Sometimes that happens. So let me show you guys this snake. Now this, out of the 3 banded rocks, this is the one that we are personally keeping. So let me get into there. Now these things are venomous. The bite would not likely kill me. I mean, I could probably not even do a hospitalization. I probably would because I don't want to lose a finger, but they still demand you to be careful with them and the utmost of respect. Just because the bite won't kill you doesn't mean it's okay to take it. Now what's happened in this case is that's been in there a little while, so you can't reach me. Ha 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 ha. I'm going to go and pull the whole hide out so I can get all the skin off. Give it a good look. It looks like the skin came off in one piece, but of course it comes off a little bit wet and it got stuck to the hide a little bit. So I don't have a nice perfect skin to keep forever and ever, but that's okay. One thing I've noticed with these banded rocks is very similar to a timber. When they shed, you get the markings are very thick on there. I would show you the blunt tail, but you don't have it. And again, you can look eye cap and eye cap. So both eye caps are off. I have been very, very happy with having these guys. I've been very, very happy with how much they've grown. So I can't show you this one. If you go back to our old video, when we first got them, this was the smallest one. And now you can see its size, much, much larger, growing at a very, very good rate. You can, if you listen close, you can hear it. Now this still isn't a loud enough rattle that if I'm walking through the woods, that's going to really necessarily catch my attention. It might not. Unlike a Western where it's like, you're going to hear that. These are pretty quiet. But it has developed the ability, when we first got it, it didn't really even make any noise. Like you had to stick your ear up there. You were almost getting in a dangerous spot going, can I hear it? They are a little bit feisty. I mean, you can see they're not too bad, but they do follow my movements a lot. So they are definitely, you know, a snake not to be trifled with too much. I'm going to pull it out just so I can do this, get that back in there. Give you guys a good look at that. Hiya. I know. And they're almost this grayish bluish color. Just a very, very awesome snake. Whoop, you're going to fall off there, buddy. I'll put you down now. You can see how intent it is on me. So, Kurt, anything you want to add before we get off of here?
So, can snakes drown?
Yes, snakes can drown. They're typically pretty good at staying afloat. They can keep a lot of air in their lungs and do that. When you do soak a snake, you don't want to soak it in such deep water that it can't easily keep its head up. In this case, the water's about yay deep. The body of that snake will let the body something on it to keep its head up and keep it afloat. So definitely no issue there. And always when you do a venomous, just check your corners. If you're using a clamp cage like this, this is not a permanent solution, but it can't go in the type of cages I normally use. It's just too small right now. But yes, they can drown. One thing that is always a little bit of a danger, I've never had it happen, but I've heard of it happening, is they actually can drown very easily. So if one of them can drown themselves simply by ducking their head in a water dish or by dunking them when you first do it, which is a little bit scary because I do dunk this one's head fairly often. One thing is to help them learn to drink from a dish. It's not natural, as I'll spray them down, I'll take them to the water dish, show them the water, then he'll tend to drink out, or she will tend to drink a lot out of the dish. She'll also drink in here, so I'll keep her moisture up. But she might poop in there, but probably not. What'll probably happen is I'll put her back in there and she'll crawl around for a day or two and then take this big humongous duke for me. It's great. It's like blood pythons. But they can drown, and what'll happen is they'll suck that water when they'll breathe in, when their head goes in, they'll take it in their lungs, and lacking the ability to really cough or anything like that, they can't get it out. So that is one way they drown. If you see that happening, one thing you can do is you can kind of hang them upside down and let gravity help you. It'll run out. But that is a concern. There's a really cool video if you go and you look for it, and it is of an albino Gaboon Viper having babies at a vet clinic, and they thought the babies were all stillborn, but their lungs were filled with gunk. So they're literally taking these things and kind of like doing this with them, which, man, that vet's got bigger balls than I got, clearing the airways. So you can see what I'm talking about. They're using gravity and some force to help clear those airways out to allow those babies to begin to breathe. Really kind of a cool video, and it really highlights this discussion. Anything else, Kurt?
No.
All right, that was a really good question. I really like that one. All right, we're going to get off here because it's about time to put that back in, and we're going to do that on Patreon and talk with them a little bit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.